Hi everybody. God, this is take 3 because the first one I made a mistake and the second one I spoke for 3 minutes and realised I hadn't pressed the button. Anyway, I thought I would do a stoma sort of Q&A / other people's reactions video. So let's do the reactions one first. So with the restrictions in Scotland relating to COVID easing, it meant I was able to see more people indoors and I was able to stay overnight. So I stayed overnight with my mum and dad into my 4th chemotherapy cycle, just to give Stacey a break and to give me a bit of change of scenery during that first week when you feel pretty crap. So I was showering and things at my mum and dad's. So one of the days when I'd had a shower and I had my underwear on, I showed my mum what it looked like naked without any of the stoma bags or anything on. So my mum's reaction was, it reminded her when she goes rock pulling and you're at the beach looking to see what kind of creatures are in the rocks. And one of the creatures is called a sea anemone, which is kind of like a deep red blob. Sometimes they have like little tentacles on the end. Some of them don't, they're just flat. So she had said that my stoma reminded her of a sea anemone. And to be honest, as soon as she said it, I was like, God, that's probably the most obvious thing that your large intestine looks like when it's poking out your skin like that. So 10 points for mum matching what's the closest looking thing to stoma. And then my sister that's in Scotland, we had joked like soon after I got home after my operation that she wanted to be one of the few people to touch my large intestine. So we've been joking about it for months, and we went up to visit and stay overnight, and in the morning I came through and I was like, do you want to have a look? So I showed it to my sister and brother-in-law, and they were just like, oh my God, your human body and what the medical community and the surgeons can do is amazing. And I was like, do you want to touch it? And Kirsty was like, oh, I don't want to, but I do. So eventually she plucked up the courage and the finger comes in like this, and she touched it just like this, and then she was like, it's wet. What'd you expect? She said logically you would expect it to be wet, but reality, she just didn't expect it till she touched it, and then she got a fright. So that was quite funny. So sea anemone, it's wetter than Kirsty thought, and the body and medical science is amazing, what they can do nowadays. So that's the family reaction chat to that. I don't know if I'll see my other sister who lives in Australia before my reversal, but if she's over, we'll maybe do a quick video of her having a wee look and feel. We'll see. It depends on if she can get over or not before I've had it reversed. And then I had a couple of random questions about stoma care and things. So somebody asked me, how does it work in terms of emptying the bags and stuff like that. So my process is, if I'm wearing one of the drainable ones, then I can drain it out throughout the day whenever I feel I need to do that. I won't do it whenever it just does its business, because sometimes it's just air or sometimes it's just a small amount, and sometimes I don't even feel it. It's only when the bag starts getting bigger and I feel like I've got a balloon on my abdomen, I feel like I need to empty it. Or if I'm going to be doing exercise or maybe going out for dinner and my skirt, you know, I need that area to be flat. So I just empty it as and when. But somebody asked me, like, where do you empty it and what do you do and stuff. So if I'm emptying the drainable ones, I just empty it into the toilet. And when I first started, I would stand facing the toilet and empty it in. But I just found it was quite awkward. So now I sit on the toilet, but I sit facing it rather than the other way that most people sit on it, just for emptying it. And it means I'm as close to the toilet surface and the water as possible, because you need, sounds a bit silly to say, but I need to be accurate when I'm emptying it, so that it all goes in the right place. And then usually round where the hole is, I have to kind of wipe it with tissue, make sure that's all clean so I can fold it back up again, and stick it with the Velcro-y bit. So yeah, if you ever happen to see me in the toilets and I'm facing the wrong way, it's not because that's how I do the toilets, because I'm emptying my stoma bag. But I do kind of worry if I'm in public toilets and somebody like looks underneath and sees my feet facing the wrong way. They might think I'm a boy or something. I don't know, but that has gone through my head. But there's nothing I can do because I have an exceptional pee and poo process at the moment. So there was that question. And lastly, there was just a quick follow-up. A few videos back, I mentioned that in the summer I'd noticed that my stoma was sticking out more, and it was really annoying, and I was having to wear my stoma Spanx more often, especially when I was doing exercise. So there was a few weeks where I was a little bit lax on my healthy eating. I was still, probably compared to a lot of people, still very healthy, but I was still eating some foods that I haven't really eaten an awful lot of over the last 7 months. So I'd had definitely eaten more grains, and definitely more sugar than I had normally been eating. Like, not fruit sugar, I mean like processed sugar. And I had assumed that the change in stoma sticking out was relating to the heat, because we were in the middle of a heat wave. Well, I went back to super healthy eating a week ago, and within a day and a half it stopped doing it. It stopped sticking out. So my theory is, when I eat certain things that my intestines don't agree with, they become a bit inflamed, and part of that sticks out more, because it literally went from sticking out like this much to just back to normal. It would stick out every now and again when it was doing something. So yeah, weird one, interesting one. That's my theory. I'm still testing it. Leave it with me. I'll come back to you if there's any changes in what I've come to as my conclusion. So that's the end of the stoma Q&A, stoma reactions, and a quick update on what I thought was a heat wave was actually a reaction to me eating crap. Who would have thought? I'll see you later in the week for another video. Bye.